Montessori friends, it's Miss Amy. I'm here with this week's science lesson, and we are going to be studying the life cycle of a seed. So I've chosen to use green beans. Now, if you don't have a chance to go out to the store to get green bean seeds, don't worry. You probably have some dried beans in your cabinet, and those will work great too, especially if they're lima beans. Or maybe you have some seeds left over from last year. I have some marigold seeds. Or even grass seed. Maybe you have some left over hiding away in your garage. Grass seeds would be perfect for this activity. So to start, you're going to need a plastic bag and a paper towel. And if you're going to grow grass seeds or marigolds, I suggest going outside before it snows too much today and getting a little dirt, little soil, put it in a cup. Okay? So this is how we plant the bean seed. So you're going to take your paper towel and you're going to cut it in half. So you have two pieces. One you don't need, so we'll just put that aside. So this piece you are going to lightly dampen, not soak, the paper towel. And then you are going to put your bean seed inside. I know it's really small. It's hard to see. And cover it like that. You're going to put it inside your plastic bag. And you're going to create a greenhouse for your seed. And zip it up. If you have several friends in your house that will be doing this activity, you might want to put your name on this so everybody knows whose bag is whose. So I'm going to write my name on here. Okay. You can see it. It says Amy. And then I'm going to tape it up to a window in my house that receives a lot of sun, because if you remember, in order to grow, a seed will need soil, if you're doing it in the cup, or a greenhouse like we've made. It needs sunlight and water. So we have the water that we've moistened the paper towel with, and that will count as the water. If you're using a cup, what you're going to do is place your bean seed inside the soil, push it down, cover it up a little bit, put a little bit of water, not much, and then you are going to take some plastic wrap. Mine always gets stuck. So let's see if I can get this off the roll. And we are going to create another greenhouse. And put it over the cup. You need one rubber band and put that around the outside. And again, if you have a few friends in your house that are doing this at the same time, write your name on the cup so everyone knows that this is your experiment. Okay, and then we're going to wait. We're going to see what happens. So parents, you can help your child make a journal. And this is going to be a seed journal. I just happen to have some construction paper at home, and I also have some printer paper. You can use whatever you have laying around. It doesn't have to be fancy. Now, I have made examples for toddlers, for first year primary students, second year, third year, and kindergarten. So let's start with the toddlers. This is what your journal may look like. Make sure you put the date in the corner so you know when you started, because this may become a memory and you may want to keep this for years to come to say, this is what we did when we did lessons online at Montessori. So day 1, I drew a somewhat of a square, and inside I drew an oval for the bean, and I wrote the word seed. Now maybe your toddler can pick up a crayon or a pencil, and they can try to trace over these shapes. And then that would be their entry for the day. They don't have to trace over the words. They don't have to trace over anything but the shapes. Okay, so the next entry would be for first year primary student, okay? So maybe my 3-year-olds. So it says day 1 up there, and it says seed. So what you're going to do is have your student trace all of these using a pencil or a crayon, whatever they're comfortable with. And don't forget, I know it's really tiny, but put the date in the corner. The next entry is for our second year students. So maybe our 4-year-olds. Have them tell you a sentence about what is happening here in this picture. What did they do today? What did they see? So day 1, obviously, there's not going to be any growth, but they can write, the seed is in the bag. Or maybe they want to write, I planted a seed today. Then we have, for our kindergarten students, something a little bit more elaborate. They can draw the bag themselves. They can label the seed, label the part seed, and then they can write a sentence or two on their own using sound spelling. And if they want to ask how to spell a word, that's okay too. And if they don't feel like writing on their own, they can trace. So whatever they feel they're feeling up to that day, that's what you can do with them. But they can write a little bit more in detail. For instance, I wrote down that it was snowing today and I didn't see much sun. So that'll affect the growth of the bean seed. And then you'll see as you record the weather how that impacts the whole life cycle of the bean seed. Okay, don't feel like you need to journal every day, but if your kids are up for it, go ahead, why not? So I am also including with this lesson some worksheets. These are worksheets that we would use in the classroom, and Jody will be sending those to you in an email. So first I have your cheat sheet with all of the terminology you're going to need, like seed and germination, root, stem, seedling, and pollination. This will be there for you to print out or to refer to. And then I have some worksheets about the life cycle of the seed. I have an answer key for you, so don't worry about trying to figure it out on your own. And you can adapt them from toddler on up to kindergarten level. It's really pretty self-explanatory, and I'm not going to get into that right now because once you see all of the worksheets, you can do your own adaptations. I hope you send pictures of your seedlings as they grow to the Montessori email, and I will post them on our Facebook page. And I'll show you what my seed looks like too. Should be pretty exciting. Okay, bye.